Hello everyone, it's Anna Komenda here. Welcome in my next video. Today I will show you how to make birthday cards in a fun balloon-like shape, and we will also use acetate sheets from Scrapbook.com to create shakers. I started with picking the background papers for my cards, and of course I used one of the smooth cardstock A2 paper pads. They are very versatile, and I just reach for them like daily, I would say. They come in different sizes in case you want to create different kind of projects. So they have the L size, A2 size, and 6x8 size. So perfect for any type of project. So I started with the blue one because I will create two cards, and I am using stencils from scrapbook.com to add texture to my background. It won't be that visible at the end, but it's there and you can really see it from the close-up. So I'm just dry embossing on the background paper using the dies, and the blue one got stars and the pinkish one got flowers. And I have this set of dies from Honeybee Stamp. You can find it in scrapbook.com shop with two type of nesting balloons, and I chose the longer shape because first it goes better on A2 size paper, and second the acetate sheets are too small for the round shape. So I'm cutting out the shape of the balloon out of a background, colorful background paper, and I previously added some texture to them, so you may see it. And now I'm taking acetate, and here is the first mistake I made. I used the same die, but with the magic mat, it doesn't cut through, so you have to put away your magic mat and use regular cutting plates to make the die cut through the acetate. I was too lazy to get up for my second plate, so I was trying to use magic mat instead, but in the end I I gave up, and I opened the new pack of my plates for die cutting machine. So I'm just cutting it, going twice through the machine, and it almost cut it. I needed a scissors to cut just a tiny piece. So do not use your magic mat with acetate sheet because it won't cut through. With the paper it works great, but with the acetate it imprints the shape into the acetate, but it's not cutting through. As you can see, I'm helping myself with a scissors because I didn't want to throw away the first version cut with the magic mat. I'm just using scissors to cut it, but with the second one I was smarter already. So each card will have its own shaker, and to avoid glue marks I will use sewing machine to combine them together. So if you want to do card like this, you need to have a sewing machine, or do a hand stitching, which isn't easy. I am using the same balloon die to cut the card base. I'm using the Nina Solar White card bases from scrapbook.com, and I'm going through die cutting machine twice, but remember to leave the edge a little bit off, so it won't cut the whole balloon, only like 80% of the balloon. So I'm doing it exactly the same with the second card base. Uh, as you can see, I'm putting the balloon next to the bending part, not the bended part, like, you know, crest, card crest. I'm looking for a good word. And again, I'm leaving this tiny gap, so it will cut and it will still be able to open the balloon as a card base. I am ready to assemble everything, but I wanted to highlight my stars and my flowers that I dry embossed previously, and I'm using the metallic inks from scrapbook.com. One is the frost and the second one is gold, and I'm applying it directly to the paper, but I'm not pressing too hard, so the color only stays on the stars. As you can see, it's really shiny and pretty. And for the pink one, I'm using the gold color. So I'm highlighting the flowers only. As I said, it's not that visible, only if you have your card in hand, so you can skip these steps if you want to have less work and make more cards in faster pace. But for me, as I do only 2 or 3 cards, it wasn't a problem. And now I'm looking for sequins that will match the colors of the papers I chose. And I have this set from Catherine Puller. Of course, you can mix your own sequins. You don't have to buy pre-designed mix. For me, it's just easier, I would say. And so I'm lazy scrapbooker. And I added some sequins on the top. You can do it the easier way than I did it. I don't know why I was overdoing it. So you can do it the easier way. You can sew around, leaving tiny gap on the top, pour the sequins inside, and then finish sewing, and it would be easier than trying to sew around the balloon with the sequins in the middle, but I did it the harder way. I glued down the backgrounds to the card bases, and it's already done with sewing. I'm not recording it because I don't have any extra hand who would help me with that. So I glued down the card bases, and now it's time for the card titles. And for these cards, I'm picking some cardstock from the smooth cardstock pads. Again, one is from Boho and one is from Harvest, from what I remember. And I will be using alpha dies. Those are from Scrapbook.com. I will leave you the names in the description box. And I'm creating a 100 lat. This is the Polish like 100 years, which we say instead of happy birthday. So we say 100 lat, and we sing it 100 lat instead of happy birthday. Um, so this is first shorter because it's only 6 letters, and the bigger letters from those alphabets won't fit if the inscription was bigger. And second, I make so many cards with English subtitles, but I mostly give cards to my Polish friends, so they will more appreciate the cards with the Polish inscription. So I hope you won't mind me adding the Polish wording here. So I have 100 lat, which means 100 years. So it's something we wish to someone. Maybe it's not most convenient when someone is 99 already. So be careful. Who are you handling your card to? But mine are so playful that they will probably be given to the kids of my friends of my kids. And I'm gluing down the letters directly to the acetate using regular glue. It will take time for it to dry and hold, but it will hold, so do not worry. It will stay on the acetate. You can use the glue that dries faster. I'm just happy with my glue. And the card is almost finished. It has the inscription. Each letter contains of three layers of the same cardstock. So I wanted to make them sturdier and thicker, so I glued together 3 of the same letters, creating like kind of a chipboard feel like 4 letters. And for the pink card, I used one alpha dice font, and for the blue one, I used a different one, the tall and skinny alpha. This is the bold alpha. And I'm adding a piece of string on the bottom of the balloon so it looks like it's a real balloon on the string, and I'm adding also the bow on top of it. Just trimming everything with scissors, and the card is ready. So it's really kind of an easy process. As you could see before, I also added some golden sequin stars here and there on the inscription. You can also use stamps, and you can stamp on like extra paper and add the title to the card. So those are mostly for birthday because of the shape, but every celebration that needs party will be good. And all the cards are finished already. The blue one was made exactly the same as the pink one, so I didn't record the second process. Here are a few close-ups. All the products I used are listed in the description box. And thank you so much for coming, staying with me. I hope I inspired you, and I hope you learned something new and fun from me. See you next time. Bye.